Look at my earrings. It's freaking Sphinx earrings. Ah, it's so cute. Instead of having Christmas presents under the tree this year, we have crystals instead, which is as it should be. Okay? Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today I'm so excited because we are going to be finding out who has their eye on you, okay? So if you have been wondering who is your secret admirer, who has been crushing on you from afar, then this is going to be the reading for you, because not only are we going to be finding out your boo thing's personality traits, but we are also going to be taking a look at how you might meet them with this little bowl right here. We are also going to be finding out what they might look like, and last but not least, we will be getting some initials from this handy dandy box as well. So guys, definitely make sure to stay tuned to the end, because that is when we are going to be doing all of that lovely jazz. So let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks today, friends, okay? Here are your group picks today. So for group number 1, we have this lovely Moon Void Tarot, which has these beautiful black and white pictures, and there also is a bit of red in there as well. So that's freaking fab, if I do say so myself. And then for group 2, we have the freaking cute and whimsical Everyday Witch Tarot. It is just so cute. I love it. It's freaking giving me the Sabrina Teenage Witch vibes, and I am so here for it. And then last but not least, for group number 3, we have the Bianco NERO Tarot. That's what it's called. And guys, this is actually the card about the artist. So here's the card we're supposed to be looking at, okay? This is the black and white deck as well, and I just love it. It's incredible. So, yes, guys, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. And now I want you to let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about who has their eye on you. Who is this amazing boo thing that is watching you from afar. And then whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes. And whichever deck of cards your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one deck here, then definitely feel free to check out those corresponding messages as well. And as always, I will guys, I can't talk. I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends, okay? Hello, group 1. So if you chose the amazing Moon Void Tarot, then hey, hello, friends. How are you? And welcome to your reading today. So let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So first of all, for the back of the deck energy, we do have the 8 of Pentacles coming through, which is such a beautiful and hard-working card to receive. So first of all, I do think that your person is somebody who is a very determined, hard-working, and just workaholic type of person. And I am thinking that for the majority of you guys, that you could have definitely have met or know this person through your job, or while you have been going to school, or something like that. Maybe you have met this person while you guys have been doing a sort of hobby that you guys are both passionate about, and maybe that person wants to turn that hobby of theirs into a career. So that is definitely coming through. But talking about these other cards here, we do have the Page of Pentacles coming through. We have the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the King of Swords. And then last but not least, we have the Strength card coming through. So talking about the zodiac signs that I am seeing here, with the Strength card, this does talk about that amazing and fiery Leo energy. With the King of Swords, this talks about air energy, so definitely think of these signs: Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And then last but not least, with this Page, I almost said knight, I don't know why, but with the Page of Pentacles coming through, this talks about earth energy as well. So think of the earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So your person could be one of those signs: Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. And I do want to say here, with the Ten of Cups, I am getting a bit of watery energy as well, but I'm more so thinking of Pisces and Cancer. I think maybe your person could have that for their rising sign, or maybe in their Venus as well, but definitely take it as it resonates. It's going to be different for all of you guys. This could simply be talking about just their energy as well. This doesn't have to represent the actual zodiac sign that they are, right? But anyways, guys, the first thing that I'm picking up on whenever I think about your person is this pigeon here. And I really think that this person, I feel like with the pigeon spirit coming through, I think that your person was somebody who in the past was very, very kind and pure and innocent. I feel like this person gave their heart and their soul to everyone so fully. This was somebody who fell in love so easily, and this was also somebody who would do anything for the people who they loved, and they never thought that the people who they gave their heart to would hurt them or betray them. But I am getting this energy here where I feel like they did have their love and kindness being taken for granted here and being taken advantage of. And I really do think that your person, either in love or in their friendships or even in their relationships with their coworkers, I think that they were betrayed in some area of their life. I feel like maybe this person could have had their coworkers betray them by talking bad about them to their superiors to try to get them in a lower position. They could have had their lover betray them by cheating on them with somebody else. But I just think that at the end of the day, this person really gave their love so much to so many different people, and in the end, that love was really taken advantage of. And I think that there really is this big before and after with this person. I think before, your person was so innocent and loving and kind, but now I think that this person has taken the swords that were used to hurt them, and they have allowed it to really hone them into this very strong individual. And I am getting this energy here where your person, I think that instead of having so many friends like they did in the past, instead of having so many people who they open up to and trust right away, I think that this is somebody who is a bit of a lone wolf now. And I love that I'm saying that, because right here, I don't know, I don't think you can see it that well, but at this person's what's it called, on their little jacket that they're wearing, it actually says lone wolf. And I think that that is so cool. That's so on par with your person. I just think that this is somebody who, after being betrayed and hurt and loved, I think that now they have so many layers and boundaries between themselves and other people. I think that now they do prefer to spend a lot of time on their own. And I really am getting the idea here where after they were hurt in that emotional side of their lives, I think that they decided to focus on something that they felt like wouldn't hurt them. And so I'm getting this idea here where after they went through this betrayal, they decided to just start focusing on their job and on their career, because they felt like that was something that they could control. They felt like that was something that wouldn't hurt them in the same way that an emotional tie would. And so I do think that this person started to shut themselves off and they have been, as of late, just focusing solely on their job. And I do think that at the end of the day, though, I really am thinking of Shrek here, because Shrek, he is an ogre, right? And he is somebody who he comes off as like kind of grouchy and intimidating to other people. He comes off as somebody that's very mean, but at the center of his personality, he is this really like family guy. He is somebody who is so kind and caring, and once he gives his love to people, like, that is it. And I'm getting this idea that that is how your person is in a nutshell. I feel like even though this person comes off as somebody who is hard as nails on the outside, they do that so that they can protect themselves. And I feel like once they do decide to open up to other people, people do start to see that inner pigeon spirit that still is within them. And they realize that while your person is very hard as nails on the inside they are as soft as cotton candy. And so I do think that your person, while it is harder to get closer to them, while it is harder to get that VIP access to their heart, I feel like this is the type of person who, once they do give away that VIP access, like, that is it, they will love you for the long haul. They will be so loyal. And so I do think that while this person is somebody who comes off as somebody who is a lone wolf, they come off as somebody who is all business whenever they are at the job or whenever they are at schooling here, at their schooling. I think that this is somebody who does have a group of friends, a smaller group of friends who they would do anything for. And I'm just thinking of like the mafia, right? Like, once you step into the mafia, once you join the gang, like, that is it. It is for life. And those mafia made men, they will do anything for each other, right? And they may come off as these big brutes to the outside world, but they are nothing but brothers to the people who are in the mafia gang, right? The mafia group. And they will do anything for their family. And that is your person. That is this person. And I just think that that is so, so lovely to see. So if you decide to get into a relationship with this person, I think that they would literally do anything for you. You would literally be their world in their eyes. Oh, sorry guys. And I do want to say here, I feel like this person, the reason why they haven't said anything to you about their feelings is because, again, they have been hurt. They've been hurt so much in love. They've been hurt so much within their friendships. And they are afraid of telling you that they like you because they are afraid of giving you their beautiful, beautiful heart and having you hurt it, having you crush it. And so I think that this person, instead of telling you what they think about you, instead of telling you that they like you, they instead choose to just focus on their job and to just try to kind of keep those emotions to themselves. They try to keep it buried in. So that is definitely coming through. But let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards, okay? So Spirit, for group 1, can we get some extra cards here to represent this person who has a crush on my lovely group 1 folks? And guys, I do want to say here, with the King of Swords coming through, I do think that this person is somebody who is very intellectual. I think that this is somebody who is a lifelong learner, and they love to have debates and discussions with the people around them. And I also want to say with the King of Pentacles, I think that they are also, again, somebody who is very determined and hardworking. I think this is somebody who, once they set their sights on a job or on a career, they will do anything to get to where they want to be on that career ladder, right? They will do anything to get to the top. But I do want to say here, I don't think that they will step on anybody's toes to get to the top. I think that this is somebody who is very respectful, and I think that they are also very honorable as well. So they won't hurt anybody to get to where they want to be. Again, I'm picking up on that like watery energy from this person. I think that they do genuinely care about people. They have a lot of love to give, and even though they do come off as somebody who is, again, very hard as nails, that at the end of the day they care about others so much, and they would never hurt anybody. And I just think that at the end of the day, this person will get to where they want to be within their career. They will scale their way up to the top, but they will do it in the most honorable of ways. I am just really thinking of Jon Snow here from Game of Thrones, because Jon Snow, he was somebody who everybody was so rude to him. His mom, his motherly figure, was somebody who was very cruel to him, because at the end of the day, within this TV show, his motherly figure was actually the other woman, if that makes it, or no, she was the jilted spouse, okay? Guys, if you've never seen Game of Thrones, I'm sorry if you don't understand what I'm saying, but basically, just to give you the rundown, Jon Snow, he was actually the bastard child, and he was somebody who his father, whenever he was fighting in war, and he was going off to all these battles, he was with another woman, and he had Jon Snow from that other woman, and then whenever he went back to the home, his wife, who had been waiting for him at the home, suddenly saw that he had this son, and she was somebody who she did not like him because of that. She didn't like Jon Snow because he represented his father's and her husband's infidelity, and so she treated him in a way that wasn't exactly right. And even though she was very rude to him and she was kind of cruel to him and she left him out and treated him like he was the ugly duckling, he was somebody who, he was still so kind to her and so caring and compassionate to everybody, and he just had so much love to give to so many people. But I do think because he was raised by somebody who was supposed to be his motherly figure, but instead was just kind of rude to him, he did have a lot of boundaries between himself and other people, and so it took a lot to get him to open up to people and to be trusting. But at the end of the day, when he did open up and when he did give his heart to people, he was just so freaking loyal and amazing, and I just think that that's so amazing. And he was also somebody who, even though he came from nothing, even though he came with the nickname that he was a bastard, he still made so much of himself. He literally became the commander-in-chief of the Knight's Guard, which is a really, really big position within that world. And he was somebody who so many people thought he would amount to nothing, and yet he proved them all wrong, and he proved them wrong in the sweetest of ways, because he was just so honorable and he worked so hard, and he never had one bad word to say to anybody and about anyone. And so that is the energy that I'm getting of your secret admirer, and I just think that that is so amazing. They really are like just this knight, right? They have this old world type of knighthood energy to them. They are just so freaking loyal and kind and compassionate, and I just think that, like a knight, once they get on a mission, once they decide they are going after something or somebody, they will not stop until they get to where they want to be. And I just think that that is so incredible to see here. So, guys, let's talk about these cards that are coming through. So, first of all, these little cards right here are actually cards talking about who this person is, where you might meet them, and what might happen whenever you do meet them. So, first of all, we have has been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. Yes, guys, literally what have we been saying? I definitely think that they have gone through a lot of pain. We have owns their own home. So yes, guys, they could definitely own their own home, or this could even represent that they want to own their own home. So maybe that is why they are working so hard to make that money, to make that bank, so that they can have the bank that they need to own a home. We also has blue eyes, and that is just so incredible to see. So they could have blue eyes. They could even just have colored eyes as well. So maybe hazel, green, right? We also have grew up in a better than average household. Okay, so they could have grown up in a higher, like, median middle class type of home. We have your paths will cross. I said crass. Your paths will cross during the next air sign season. So guys, this is saying the next air sign season, but because this is your secret admirer, I do think that you could have definitely have met them already, right? So you could have met them during Aquarius season, you could have met them during Gemini season, or you could have met them during did I say Gemini already? I think I did. You could have met them through Libra season. Okay, so definitely look up when those seasons are. Aquarius season is sometime in January, and I do want to say off the top of my head, Libra season is during like October, September, I think, and then Gemini season, that is during I think that's during June. That's during June and July. Okay, so, just kind of think about those months within your head and think about everybody who you have met during that time. I also do want to say here, for some of you guys, this could be somebody who you haven't met in person before. Maybe this is somebody who by chance has seen you on social media, and maybe you are somebody who like does something that they are interested in, because we are getting teacher coming through. So maybe this person in mind wants to become a teacher themselves. So maybe they watch like a lot of teacher videos on YouTube, or they follow a lot of teachers on Instagram to try to get a better idea and understanding as to what it would be like to be a teacher. And maybe you are somebody who they have come across and they just have a bit of a crush on you, right? So that could be coming through as well. We has a tendency to be forgetful or late, and I think that that's really funny, because honestly guys, I was getting a very what's the word? I was getting the energy that this person would never be late. I was getting the energy that your person is somebody who is very, very responsible and they're always on time, but maybe they are always on time, but they could be somebody who, even though they do get to where they need to be on time, maybe they don't have everything that they need to have on them because they are quite forgetful. Or maybe this person is somebody who they will leave the house and they will forget to bring their keys with them, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, where's my keys, right? This could be somebody who forgets and leaves the car keys in the truck whenever they're supposed to have the keys with them, right? This could also be somebody who maybe they are very, very forgetful, but because they are very forgetful, they are also very organized because of that. This could definitely be somebody who is very big about planning. I'm getting that Virgo energy from this person. I think that they always know exactly what is ahead of them. They are always planning ahead, and I do think that this is somebody who doesn't do spontaneity that well. I think that if they were to be invited on a trip, they would definitely plan everything that they would want to do in advance before they get on that trip. And I feel like if they were invited by their friends, like to go to, I don't know, let's just say Florida, I feel like they would plan everything ahead and they would know exactly what they were gonna do, but they would make it out to be like everything was spontaneous. So what I mean by that is before they get to Florida, they know that they're gonna want to check out like the Miami club scene. But I think whenever they are with you or with their friend group, I think that they would make it out to be like it was very spur of the moment, and when y'all get to Florida, they would be like, okay, you want to go check out the Miami club scene? Like, that seems like fun, right? I've heard that's a good time. And so they'll make it out to be like it's very spontaneous, but at the same time, like, no, like it was planned like months in advance. So your person definitely is quite sneaky, I will give you that. Like, that's very funny, but they're sneaky, like not in a mean way, like not in a distrustful way. I'd never think that this person would be sneaky in the way that they would cheat on you or in the way that they would lie to you to hurt you, because again, this person has been betrayed before. They have been hurt, so they would never do that to somebody else. They would never do that to you. I just think that this is somebody who, they can be sneaky every now and then, especially when it comes to like planning things in advance. Maybe they keep that to themselves, because some people, they look at people who are planners and they just kind of look down on them and they see them as somebody who is boring and like just like boring, right? And so your person, like, I feel like they don't want other people to think that they're boring. I think that they are quite big about how people see them. I think that this is somebody who is quite big about their reputation, and they want to make sure that they have it under lock and key. So I do think that sometimes they can be a little close-lipped, right? And keep some things to themselves, but they're not doing it to intentionally hurt other people. They're just doing it to make sure that their reputation is still great and cool, right? Does that make sense? So we also have thief coming through, and again, I was talking about teacher, so maybe they want to be a teacher. I think that this was more so talking about also that I feel like they are just somebody who is a really great communicator. They're really great at talking to people and having people understand them, and so I do think that a lot of people, whenever they are working, even if they are not placed in a higher position, I think that they always find themselves being in a teacher position because people just look up to them and they see them as somebody who is really great at teaching things, right? And so I do think that whether they are the manager of the company that they're working at, or whether they are the manager at the grocery store, whatever it is that they are doing right now, I think that they always find themselves in that higher position in the way that their peers look up to them, right? With the thief card coming through, I think this is talking about, again, how they have been hurt in the past. They've had people steal their heart and hurt them. And so I do think that they kind of hide their heart and they keep it close to their chest. And I think to the outside world, they do come off as somebody who is a lone wolf. They come off as somebody who seems quite cold. But whenever you get to know them, you realize that they are so much more than they come across to other people. You know, they are somebody who they may come off as kind of, scary and intimidating whenever people see them with the skull card coming through, but in the inside, they have so much light, they have so much love, and I just think that that is so amazing to see. So let's go ahead and take a look at our other extra messages here. So this is going to be talking about how you could have met them. So let's get some cards, some little messages for you guys. For group 1, can we get some messages, please? How do they know them? How did they meet them? And this is going to represent the initials. So let's go ahead and get some initials here. Can we get some initials, please? Some initials. Okay. And then let's go ahead and last but not least, take a look at what your person might look like. So Spirit, for group 1, what is their person going to look like, Spirit? For group 1, what is their person going to look like? What do they look like? Their secret admirer, Spirit. Their secret admirer. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about what is coming through. So first of all, for the initials, we are seeing G. We also have R. We have U. And we have Z. So guys, I'm really thinking of the last name Ruiz right now. So your person, they could definitely be Spanish or of Hispanic heritage. That is definitely coming through here. But yeah, so just keep in mind that these could definitely represent your person's initials, first, middle, or last. For the cards for how you're going to meet this person or how you have met them, we have April coming through. We also have holiday. And then last but not least, we have when you're not looking. So for some of you guys, you could have definitely met this person whenever you weren't looking for love. This could even represent that you met this person maybe whenever you weren't even seeing them, if that makes any sense. I feel like you didn't really see them as somebody who could be a potential love interest because of the fact that they do come off as kind of stony and cold. Maybe you didn't even notice them because of the fact that they kind of keep themselves away from the public eye. They keep themselves away from all of like the friend groups, right? I think that they just do their thing and they do it well, and they don't dilly-dally by talking to people like they did in the past. And so you may have just like met this person but not even noticed them because they stay in the background so much. You could have definitely met them during the holiday season, so maybe during the Christmas season, or maybe even during like Valentine's, because like I was saying before, you could have met them during an air sign month, and I'm thinking of February. And I think during February, towards the end of February, that is whenever Aquarius season starts. And that is just making me think of Valentine's Day. So you could have met them sometime during Valentine's Day. And then we also have April coming through. So you also could have met them in April. Or that could even represent maybe things are going to intensify between you guys in the month of April if they do intensify. But last but not least, talking about what your person is going to look like, we have unconventional style. So they could definitely have an unconventional style. Maybe this is somebody who likes to dress like they are from another era. This could be somebody who has like a punky type of look. But yeah, there could definitely be something very unconventional about them. Maybe they like to wear like a lot of different hats, or maybe they like to wear a lot of pins or something like that, right? We also have slanted or downward eyes. So your person could definitely be somebody who has that exotic tilt to their eyes. Your person could be somebody who is of Asian or Pacific Islander descent as well. Again, we have blue eyes coming through, guys. Do y'all see that? It says blue eyes. That is so awesome. So yeah, your person could definitely have some beautiful blue eyes. Or maybe this could even be somebody who prefers to wear contacts. Maybe they wear colored contacts per se. We also have grows on you. So yeah, again, guys, we have when you're not looking and grows on you. So I think that this person is going to take time for them to really get under your skin in a good way, right? Because of the fact that this person does keep so much of themselves away. This is somebody who is just, again, just so afraid of getting hurt. So I think that this is somebody who is going to be more of a slow burn connection if you guys do decide to get into a relationship. I think that it's going to take some time for sure. I even think for some of you guys it could take several months to a year for this person to get to a point to where they can open up to you. And then last but not least, we do have Caucasian coming through. So guys, we have several different races, ethnicities coming through, but again, this is a very big, broad, general reading, so just take it as it resonates. But yes, guys, at the end of the day, that is what I'm seeing for you. I do want to say one last time right here, whenever I was seeing unconventional style coming through, whenever I look at this person, I don't know why, but it just seems like they have a bit of an unconventional style to me. It looks like this person is honestly has like a planet as like a little neck piece right here, even though I don't think they do. I think that's just a part of like right here of like the planet opening, because I don't know if you can see this, but Earth was open and there's like all these planets coming out. But it looks to me as though she is wearing it as like a style. So yeah, I mean, your person could definitely be somebody who they're very big about expressing their interests through their style. So maybe they have a thing for astrology and they wear a lot of like astrology clothes. Maybe they have a thing for the planets, which is kind of the same thing as astrology, right? Sorry guys, my camera died for a second, but maybe they really like, I don't know, tarot card readings, so maybe they wear shirts about tarot. But yes, guys, at the end of the day, that is what I'm seeing for you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 2. So if you chose the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, then hey, hello, friends. How are you? And welcome to your reading today. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards, shall we? So first of all, we do have the High Priestess coming through. Also, guys, I think y'all can see my little box right here. I forgot to put that to the side. Sorry about that. That's my box of initials. But second of all, oh no, y'all can see this one as well. Oh my gosh, guys, that's embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Talking about the other cards. We have the Queen of Swords. We also have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. And last but not least, we have the Nine of Pentacles coming through. So, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. We have so many astrology signs coming through. Like, it is unbelievable. So, first of all, we have some amazing Cancerian energy coming through. And then I'm also seeing some air energy, some fire energy for sure, and then I'm also getting some earth energy as well. So your person could be a fire sign, an earth sign, an air sign, or a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. Just take it as it resonates. I know those are so many signs, but guys, this is a very general reading, so I'm sure there are so many people who are coming on here that has somebody that is interested in them that could be one of those signs. But guys, let's go ahead and talk about your person's personality. And guys, I just have to tell you right now, it is a big one, okay? First of all, I want to say, since we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, I think this is somebody who could definitely, excuse me guys, I can't talk, they could definitely be older. So I am talking about maybe in their late 20s, late 30s, so on and so forth. Or if that is not the case for you, then this could simply represent that your person could be on the younger side, early 20s, but they could be somebody who is very, very mature. I really am getting from this group that the person who has a crush on you, they are a very old soul. In fact, I think that they have been somebody who has been known to be kind of like an old person, even whenever they were very, very young. So, for example, the other day, I was watching an interview by Jenna Ortega, and if you don't know who she is, then where have you been, guys? Jenna Ortega, she plays Wednesday on the TV show Wednesday, and guys, I am just obsessed with that show. But anyways, guys, she was in an interview, and she was talking about how she has always been somebody who acts a lot older than she actually is, and she was talking about how whenever she was a child, whenever she was literally like a toddler, like 4 or 5, her mom was going through a really hard time. Don't ask me what was going on because I don't remember, but I remember, what I do remember is Jenna Ortega saying that she sat her mom down and she was telling her, like, girl, you don't have to worry, everything is going to be okay. I know it feels like you're going through a really hard time now, but things are going to eventually cool off and you will be better for the harder times that you are going through right now. And so guys, like, that just to me sounds so crazy because Jenna Ortega, she was like 4 or 5, and yet she was talking like she was 25, okay? And I feel like that is the energy that I'm getting from your person. I feel like your person is exactly like that. I feel like they have always been an old soul. This could even be somebody who is into a lot of music from the past as well. So maybe this is somebody who likes grunge, Nirvana music, right? I don't know if you can see this, but I'm wearing a Nirvana hat right now. Maybe they're into music from the 90s, or maybe they're into movies from like, did I say movies? Maybe they're into music from like the disco period, or from the roaring 20s times, right? I just feel like your person, they do act very mature, and so they could definitely have some mature tastes in music and in other things as well. So, you know, for example, I'm trying to think of hobbies like in the past, and all I'm kind of like thinking of is like knitting. I feel like that has always been something that people have really been into for a really long time, even in like the 1800s. So maybe your person really likes to like knit, or maybe they're into like candle making, or maybe they actually really like to like churn butter or something. Like maybe they're into something that is from like a long time ago like that. So yeah, that's definitely coming through. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry, that was a really big tangent, but just talking about the other messages that I'm seeing, I really am, first of all, getting the idea that because this person is so mature, I think that they are somebody who everybody always comes to for advice, and that is definitely something I'm picking up here with the High Priestess card, because if you look at this woman, she is right here, and she's getting, like, advice from a crystal ball, and I really think that she's just giving me that lovely, like, psychic type of energy, because a lot of people come to psychics for advice. They come for psychics for guidance, because they feel like they are somebody who can provide some much needed guidance, right? People look up to them. And so I do think that people look up to your person, and I feel like no matter what position your person holds in life or in whatever job they decide to work at, I think they are always somebody who is placed on a pedestal. They are always somebody who people look at as a leader. So for example, I feel like even if your person was working at like a pizza shop, I think that if they were just one of the run-of-the-mill co-workers just doing their 9-to-5 job, whatever, I think that everybody would look up to them as though they are the manager, because of the fact that they just have that, like, managerial type of vibes to them. They are just somebody who I feel like they have a lot of confidence, and they really believe and trust in themselves so much, and they have that just old world type of energy to them. I feel like they're almost like a knight, in the way that a knight just always has so much confidence. They always hold themselves and carry themselves in such an extraordinary way. And I just feel like, again, even if your person was placed in the lowest rung possible, I think that they are somebody who everything they do with confidence. Everything they do with passion and love. And I just think that people, they can spot that a mile away, and people just always look up to them and seek out their guidance. And I just think that that is so incredible to see. That is so amazing. I also want to say here, I think that your person is somebody who is the life of the party. I think this is somebody with the Queen of Wands coming through who makes a great hostess, and they make a great friend. I think wherever they go, they have so many people trying to follow them and be a part of their social circle. I also think that this is the person who can go to any social circle and be friends with anyone. I feel like this is somebody who is really great at communicating with the Queen of Swords coming through, and I think that they are very malleable in the way that they talk to people. And what I mean by that is I feel like they can read the room really, really well, and I feel like they can change the way that they express themselves, the way that they communicate to others based on who they are hanging out with. So for example, let's just say whenever your person was in high school, whenever you're in high school, there are a ton of different cliques. There's like the jocks, there's the cheerleaders, there's the people that are like into arts and crafts and stuff like that, and then the people who are like the big time nerds. I really think that in high school, your person could go from each different group and change the way that they act, the way that they talk, to better fit into that group. So I feel like, for example, they could go to the jocks table and talk about sports and talk about what is going on in the sports world, and then they can go to like the nerdier side of things, to the nerdier group, and talk about life and the meaning of life and Aristotle and all those different things. I just feel like they are somebody who, they know how to read a room, they know how to read people, and they know how to change the way that they act to better fit into those groups. So they are almost like a chameleon, and I think because of that, they just have so many friends from so many different walks of life and from so many different social groups, and I think that that in turn makes them an even more just intriguing person. I think that they have so many people that are into them, that are interested in them, that are intrigued by them because of all of the different company that they keep. And I also want to say here, just because they know how to have fun, it doesn't mean that they are not somebody who is as determined and hardworking as anybody else. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we had the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles coming through, and this is really giving me the idea that your person, they are a boss freaking babe. This is somebody who, once they set their mind on something, they will get to where they want to be eventually, even if they have to do so much freaking work to get to that point. And so I do think that once this person decides what they want to do in life, once they decide what job or career they want to focus on, they will be damned if they don't get to where they want to be. And in the meantime, they will work to the very core. I feel like this is somebody who can be a bit of a workaholic at times, but again, at the same time, this person person is not afraid to let their hair down and leave the job and go hang out at a club, go hang out at a party with their coworkers and just have the time of their lives. So I do think that this person has a beautiful, beautiful balance to them. I think that at the end of the day, this is somebody who knows when to work, but they also know when to stop working and to play, right? So that is very, very lovely to see. And then last but not least, with the Nine of Pentacles coming through, I do want to say here that this person seems like somebody who is very, very independent. I think this is somebody who honestly loves to be on their own. And that's not to say that they don't like to hang out in groups, because guys, literally, what was I saying before? They're the life of the party. They love to hang out with different people, but I do think that they also love to just hang out with themselves as well, and they appreciate themselves so much. And so I do think that this is somebody who, they know their worth, they know how amazing they are, and they won't just settle into any love commitmentship, right? They won't just offer themselves to anybody. And so because they are somebody who is very exclusive about who they decide to date or who they decide to be in a relationship with, because they are so picky, it makes them even more sought out after. Is that the right word? But I just think that they have so many people that are so into them because of how incredible they are, because of how incredibly confident they are, because they love themselves so much. And so I do think that that is very marvelous to see here. And I do want to say here, guys, I know that this section isn't about the way that they look, but I do think, just looking at these cards, that your person, they could definitely be somebody who has something very bold about their hair. Because if you look at the Queen of Wands, or excuse me, the Queen of Swords woman here, she does have gray hair. And then if you look at the Nine of Pentacles woman here, I don't know if you can see it, but she has red highlights in her dark hair. And so I do think that at the end of the day, this is somebody who, whether they are letting their gray hair come out and just be a gray fox, or whether they are somebody who they love to dye their hair and color it in crazy streaks, I think that there is something very, very bold about the way that they do their hair. Okay, so that is definitely coming through here. But let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards, okay? So Spirit, for group 2, can we get some cards to represent their person who has a crush on them? Yes, guys, oh my gosh, these cards are so on par with your person. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys, we have so many cards coming through. I was not expecting this many cards. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna get one card from this deck, since we have literally 4 cards coming for you from the archetype deck. Let's just get one card for group 1, please. Okay, okay, and then let's get a couple cards from this deck, please. A couple cards, please, just a couple. Okay, is that one? Okay, let's get one more card. Who is this person who has a crush on them, Spirit? Who is this person? Oh, okay, guys, that was a lot of cards that came through, so I'm just gonna put that back in there. Oh my gosh, guys, there is just so many different layers to your person. I feel like this person is just very, very unique in the way that they are and the way that they express themselves. You know what? That's 3 cards in total, and that's fine. We're gonna work with it. So, yes, guys, let's talk about these cards here. So, first of all, we have wears more than 2 rings frequently. So, guys, that is pretty self-explanatory. They could be somebody who is like me, who has like a ring on every finger, or maybe they just wear 2. We have communicating their feelings comes easy for them, and I do think that that is very on par with your person, because, again, I think that this is somebody who, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but because they are so confident, they're also very passionate, very fierce, and I feel like they really put their all into everything that they go after, and they also put their all into anybody, into any person they go after as well. So I think that this is somebody who is very open and showy about their feelings. I think that this is somebody who is very romantic, and I feel like if they decide that they like you, they will eventually, sooner rather than later, open up to you and tell you how they are feeling. So I do want you to know that even though this is your secret admirer, I don't think that they're going to be secret for long. I think that they are going to be the one to come up to you and tell you how they are feeling, because they are very confident with who they are. They're very confident about the person that they are becoming as well. So I just think that this is definitely somebody who will not just keep their feelings to themselves. They will have the confidence to come up to you and tell you that they like you, okay? And that is just so incredible to see. And then we also has a personal pride for their collectibles. So this person could honestly be somebody who is really into thrifting, okay? And what I mean by that is maybe they are into like going to like antique stores and buying a whole lot of antiques. And maybe that is what I was picking up on whenever I was thinking about how this person has an affinity for the past, how they are a old soul. So maybe they like to collect things from a long time ago. So that is very interesting to see. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I had to pause the camera because my cat needed a little bit of attention, and I also ended up going out and just getting myself a coffee. Hopefully it will help me while I'm talking, because honestly guys, I didn't get barely any sleep last night, and I don't know if you can tell, but I've just been stumbling on my words so much. So hopefully the caffeine will, you know, help a girl out. So anyways, talking about your person, taking a look at these little archetype cards, we have the Seeker coming through, the Liberator, the Destroyer, and also Angel. So first of all, I think the Angel is obviously pretty self-explanatory. I think that your person is somebody who is just honestly really kind to everybody. Like I was saying before, I think that they are like a chameleon. They're a social chameleon. They know exactly what to say to fit in, and I just think that they are also very popular and very likable because of the fact that they are just very nice to everybody. I think that they are accepting to everyone, no matter who anybody is, no matter what social background they come from, no matter what culture they are from, no matter what race they are or who they love. This person does not care. They love them all. They accept them all for who they are. And so I think that they just make everybody feel so beautiful, so lovely, so happy. And that is why your person is, again, such a highly sought out after companion, right? Why do I keep on saying sought off after? I don't know, but yeah, everybody likes them because they are just likable and they like everyone as well, and I think that that is incredible to see. With the Destroyer and Liberator, I feel like this makes a lot of sense because the Destroyer, you know, this talks about destroying something, not being afraid to completely end something so that you can go after something new, so that you can be happy and do something that brings you joy. And I feel like this person that likes you has a very explosive energy about them where they are not afraid to completely explode a part of their life so that they can go somewhere new, so that they can seek out something that will bring them joy and happiness. And so I feel like this could resonate in the way that I feel like if they are at a job and they feel like that job is no longer bringing them joy, it's not bringing them any type of joy or happiness, instead of deciding to stay there so that they can have a stable paycheck, so that they can have something to get them by day, I think that they would do something crazy and just quit and go after something new, maybe even decide to go back to school. They are just not afraid to do things that other people are fearful of. They are not afraid to do things that other people would look at and just freaking freak out about. Instead, they go after these new things and they do it in a confident way. And I think that that is just so awesome. And then with the Liberator coming through, I also think that this person helps destroy other people's expectations and perspectives of their own selves. And what I mean by that is I really think that your person, they just help other people feel loved. They help other people feel confident with who they are and with what they have to bring to the table. Excuse me. So I just feel like this is somebody who looks at somebody else and they see everything that there is to love about them, and they help these people see themselves in a lovable way as well. And I think that that is absolutely incredible. So they liberate other people from their own doubts, from their own insecurities, and make them feel absolutely amazing. And then last but not least, with the Seeker card coming through, I think that again, this is just somebody who is very passionate. And I also think along with that passion, they're very curious about the world and they want to learn as much as they can. And I really think that your person is on a lifelong journey of learning. And And I do think that there is this very humble and modest nature about your person where no matter how much they learn, no matter how powerful they become within this life, I think that they will always have this down-to-earth type of energy about them because they realize that there is always more to learn and that they will never just be a know-it-all and know everything. There is always so much more in the world to learn and discover, and I think that that gives your person a very down-to-earth and homey feel to them, if that makes any sense. I just feel like they are very relatable, and I think that that is absolutely amazing. And then at the end of the day, with the doll card coming through, I think this is just talking about how your person, like, I think they are as pretty as a doll. I think that they are very, very attractive. They are very, very beautiful. And there's also this energy here where maybe for some of you guys, their collectibles could be something to do with dolls. Maybe they like to collect dolls. But I'm also getting the idea how whenever I see a doll, I think of somebody who's absolutely perfect, right? But at the end of the day, that perfection is wrapped up in glass, and if you were to drop it, it would easily break. And I feel like what I'm trying to say here is that so many people have all these expectations about the perfect life, about what constitutes as living that said perfect lifestyle. And for a lot of people, that perfect lifestyle is having a 9-to-5 office job where you are making 150, maybe even up more than that a year. It's about having a picket fence type of family and home life, having the 2.5 kids, having a minivan. And I think that your person, your secret admirer, looks at that perfect life and they want to shatter it. They want to break it. They want to destroy it. They want to completely upturn their life and live an alternative type of lifestyle. I just think this is somebody who they are very bold, very confident, and they want to do things their own way. And they are not afraid to do things differently than other people. They are not afraid to live a different life than just that cookie cutter lifestyle, because they know that that is what will bring them joy, doing something different, doing something off the beaten trail. You know, your person is just confident enough to truly take the road less traveled by, and I just think that that is awesome. So let's go ahead and move on and take a look at where you might be meeting your person with these lovely little note cards. We are also going to be taking a look at your person's initials, and last but not least, I do have the physical traits over there in a box, and I'm going to be getting that soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some messages, please, for group 2, their secret admirer. How are they going to meet this person? How did they meet them? Since I'm assuming for most of you guys, you have already met them. So how did they meet them? Can we get some messages, please, for group 2? All right, and then let's get some initials for your person. Let's see what wants to come through. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, that's good. And then, last but not least, let's take a look at your person's physical traits. So, can we get some messages, please? How are they going to look, Spirit, for group 2? Please tell us how sexy fine this person is going to be. Am I right? Because I do think that they are going to be quite, like, smoking, okay? They're going to be hot to the touch. That is how hot they are, okay? So, let's see. First of all, let's talk about these initials, and then we'll talk about how you might meet them, or when you met them, and then we're going to talk about what they're going to look like. Okay, so first of all, we have the S coming through. We also have G, Z, Q, and L. Okay, so that's very interesting. So just keep in mind these could represent your person's initials, first, middle, or last. This could even represent some of the places that you guys met at, or like it could represent states or countries or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, just think of it like that. Like, for example, for the Z, that could be like New Zealand, right? So yeah, just have fun with that. Play around with it. It's not too serious. We have holiday coming through. We also have celebration, a wedding, a birthday perhaps, and then we also have March, okay? So you could be meeting this person, or you, or I guess you could have met this person definitely in the month of March, or if this is somebody who has been like stalking you on the interwebs, you could end up meeting them in March. This could also represent if you guys start to date or things start to get more serious between you guys. This could represent how things might be getting more serious in the month of March, so definitely keep that in mind. You could have met this person at a wedding, at a birthday party, while you were celebrating a holiday per se, right? So maybe you were at a New Year's Eve party, maybe you were at a Valentine's Day party, or even like a work party, right? If you've met this person through work, maybe even a frat party, because for some of you guys, this person could be going back to school, like I said, or maybe they are at school, right? I feel like this person, they are just very, very passionate, and so they're also very curious, and that just gives me the idea that this person could definitely be somebody that ends up going back to school, or they could be somebody that is deciding to pursue a doctorate's degree, so they could be at school for a long time. So for a lot of you guys, you could definitely end up meeting this person at school, but that doesn't have to resonate for all of you guys. If you guys are at school though, you could definitely be meeting through a party or through something like that, because I do think that your person is quite the partier. They like to have a good time. So let's talk about the other messages that are coming through. We have long, luscious hair. Yes, we love that. We have minimal makeup coming through. And then we have curly hair. So they could have long, luscious, and curly hair. We love that. We have Team Edward coming through, and basically, this is talking about Edward from Twilight. So, you know how Edward, he looks completely different from Team Jacob, right? Team Jacob, Jacob is very dark. He is Native American. He is sexy. He has the abs going on. Mwah, he's beautiful. But Team Edward, like talking about Edward Cullen in particular, he is very elegant looking. He dresses very nice, and I just think he's so handsome. He's so handsome, and he also has blonde hair, and I think he has colored eyes. I could be wrong. So your person could definitely have long, luscious blonde hair. They could have colored eyes. They could definitely have paler skin, and yeah, that's what I'm picking up on that. Literally, as I'm talking about that, we have platinum hair color coming through. So yeah, your person's hair could definitely be in the blondes, but obviously just take it as it resonates. It could be different for every single one of you guys. This person could simply have lighter hair, like a lighter hair color. So they could have very dark hair, but it could be like a lighter side to that dark hair. Does that make sense? So what I mean by that is, like, instead of having really dark brown hair, they have like a lighter color to it. Maybe they do have dark hair, but they have like highlights from the sun that makes it look lighter. But yeah, definitely, even if they have darker hair, I think that there's something lighter about it, if that makes any sense. And then last but not least, we do have Caucasian coming through. So yes, guys, they could be Caucasian. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to subscribe to my channel and to give me a big like, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday. I would love to have you subscribe to see more, and as always, I love you all so much, and I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, friends, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 3. So if you chose the amazing, classic, black and white Bianco Nero Tarot, then hey, hello, my amazing folks out there, and welcome to your reading today. So first of all, for the back of the deck energy, we do have the Page of Swords coming through. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Justice coming through. We have the Four of Pentacles, and we also have the Four of Swords coming through. So guys, just taking a look at your person's zodiac signs that are coming through, I am picking up on a ton of Libra energy. I'm also seeing some earth energy and some sword energy as well. So for the earth signs, I'm talking about Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. For the air signs, again, I'm talking about our lovely Libra signs, also Aquarius and Gemini. So your person could be one of those signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. They don't have to be. This could simply be representing their overall vibe that they give off to people. That's their vibe check, right? But I do think that for a lot of you guys, this person is going to have some Libra energy. If not in their sun sign, then definitely somewhere very heavily within their chart, okay? But guys, first of all, talking about your person, just honing in on that Libra energy. Guys, I'm somebody who I know a ton of Libra people. I'm surrounded by them within my day-to-day life. My brother is a Libra, my Nana is a Libra, my boyfriend is a Libra, and I've had some friends who have been Libras as well. And so upon my Libra discoveries, seeing and knowing Libras out in the wild, I have come to realize that there are totally like two different types of Libras in my opinion. There are the ones that are very charming, very sociable. They can talk to absolutely anybody, quite popular as well. And then there's the second type of Libra, and they are sociable as well. They're very charming, but they're only sociable whenever you get to know them a lot, okay? Because I feel like the secondary type of Libras are the more shyer side of the Libra sign, okay? And whenever I am looking at these cards, I really feel like your person, the person who is your secret admirer, who has their eye on you, is of the latter side of the Libra spectrum. I feel like this is somebody who is very, very shy, but that's not to mean that they are, again, not sociable or charming. I just think that this is somebody who it takes a lot for them to open up. It takes a lot for them to feel comfortable enough to get outside of their shell. But I feel like once they do, once you break them and crack them open, then they are somebody who is genuinely such a fun and interesting person to be around. You know, I really feel like this person reminds me a lot of my brother. Now, my brother, he is somebody who I feel like is so freaking smart and intellectual. He is on the younger side. He's my little brother, and he is, I think, a 7th grader. I think he's a 7th grader. I'm a terrible sister for not knowing, but he's a 7th grader, and he recently took a test, a STAR test, and he tested at a high school level. So he is somebody who I would say is quite intellectual. He's very smart. But, you know, whenever you meet those smarter people, a lot of the times they're a little bit more awkward whenever it comes to talking to people their own age, because they are functioning at a higher level, because they think differently. They don't really know how to relate to other people. They don't really know how to talk to them. And so I do feel like my brother is a bit socially awkward, and because of that, he does choose to be a bit more of a loner. In fact, he always tells my mom and I that he's like a lone wolf at school. You know, he always eats lunch by himself. He always spends a lot more time on his own, but it's not that he likes to be by himself. It's just the fact that he doesn't know what to say to his peers and to the people around him. And so I feel like that is the type of vibes that I'm getting from your person. I feel like this is somebody who is very highly intellectual. They are very, very smart, and I feel like they are functioning at a higher level than other people, and because of that, they have a really hard time at just having these day-to-day normal conversations, because they are somebody who is a little bit outside of normal. They're very unique, and so I just think that this person does come off as somebody who is very, very shy. I think that they choose to be on their own rather than hang out in a big group of friends, but I do think that once this person does decide to feel more comfortable around you and they decide to crack their shell like open, I think that this is somebody who is very funny, very charming, and they just are very funny in a really unique way. I feel like whenever this person makes jokes, they are very dry and they're very witty as well. And I feel like a lot of the times when they are making these jokes, because they are so dry, a lot of people don't catch them. A lot of people just don't even realize that they're making those jokes. But for the people who do like get their sense of humor, I think that they are somebody who is actually really, really funny, and I think that people really appreciate their humor, and I think that that is really interesting. But just talking about your person even more, getting more in depth about them, I do want to say here that I am seeing 2 4 cards coming through with the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, and so just focusing on the number 4, your person could be a life path number 4 in numerology, and basically just talking about that side of things, life path number 4 people are very, very logical, very reasonable, and they're also very determined to succeed. They have a lot of structure, okay? And so I do think that this person, describing them even more, they are very matter of fact. I think that this is somebody who sees things more in black and white. They're not so much of somebody who likes to hang out in the grayer side of things. This is somebody who is very big about what is right and what is wrong, and they are very big about staying upon that right path, right? Especially since we have the Justice card coming through. And I do think that while this person is very, very intelligent, I feel like while they could be somebody who is interested in becoming an engineer or in becoming a doctor, I think that this person would excel a lot in becoming a lawyer, a judge, maybe even a cop. I just think that this person is somebody who they're very great at seeing what is right and what is wrong, and I think they're also very honorable as well. And so I feel like if they decided to be a cop or a judge or a lawyer, I think that they would always do what is morally right. They would never try to blur the lines. And I really think that this would be somebody who would actually just care about people and care about doing what is right. And so you would never have a bad cop on your hands or a bad judge whenever it comes to this person. And I think that that is very lovely to see. I would also say that this person is a bit of a humanitarian, especially since we do have the 7 of Pentacles coming through, which is all about giving and giving and giving. And so I do think that while this person, it's harder to get them to relax and really loosen up and just talk, I think that once they do decide that they feel more comfortable around you, once they do decide to let people in, I think that they let them in completely. This is somebody who gives and gives and gives. They want to make sure that everybody is happy within their life, and I really think that they would go to the edges of the earth to make anybody in their life happy, and I think that that is really, really beautiful to see. And I think that this also talks about the way that they act with other people within their lives as well. I feel like even whenever they are around complete strangers, if those strangers are having a hard time and they notice it, I think that they would be there and help them in a heartbeat. I truly think that this person just cares about humanity and people in general, and they would do anything to make sure even a stranger is happy, and I think that that is just so lovely to see. I also want to say here with the Ace of Pentacles, I do think that this person is again very, very determined. I think once they set their eye on something, they will achieve it no matter what. So once they set their mind on becoming a cop or becoming a lawyer or becoming a whatever, right, they will do anything to win. They will do anything to get to the upper side of that ladder, right? And I do think that even if it takes a long, long time, this person will succeed no matter what. And then with the 4 of Swords coming through, I do think that this person is somebody who prefers to stay indoors a lot. I think that this person, you know, they probably do like to go out and have fun every now and then, but I do think that overall they prefer to be by themselves, or they prefer to just hang out with their family or their close friends at their house. This is definitely someone who, after they are done at work, they would love to go home and just put on a movie and order a pizza in and just have fun there. But I do think that this person, since they are very logical and intellectual, I do think that they are lifelong learners. So I think even if they are watching a movie or something like that, I feel like they are always wanting to work their brain, work their mind. So I think even whenever they are watching a movie, they could be doing like a brain game on their phone. They could be trying to do a puzzle. I feel like this is somebody who is a problem solver, and they love to solve problems and solve puzzles and riddles. I feel like this person may be somebody who likes to go to escape rooms and do things like that. But yes, guys, this is just somebody who is a lifelong learner, a lifelong student. I definitely think that this person may be intrigued by the chance of being able to go back to college even whenever they are older and they have lived a lot of their lives. I feel like this is somebody who would love to go to different little, what do they call it, like programs where you can become more knowledgeable. Workshops, that's what I was thinking of. Maybe they like to go to a lot of workshops, right? So let's say, for instance, just talking about a random profession, let's say they are a teacher. I feel like this is somebody who they enjoy going to teacher workshops, and they love to be able to just learn new ways of teaching, learn new styles of teaching. This is just somebody who is constantly wanting to learn and evolve and grow, and I think that that is very, very gorgeous to see. So yes, guys, I think that while this person is very quiet and very shy when you first meet them, once they truly feel comfortable around you, I think that this is a really big talker. You know, we literally have the Page of Swords coming through, and that just makes me think about somebody who is very young, and the Swords card is all about communication. And so whenever I think of a child and I think of a child talking, you know, once a child starts talking, once you get them going, like, that is it. They will talk and talk and talk and talk. At least the children who I know, they do that. And so I think that this person, you know, once they feel comfortable enough around you, once they start to talk, and you especially get them talking about the things that they like to talk about, I think that they can literally go on and on and on like a motorboat, right? Like me. I don't know if you noticed, but I talk a lot, guys. I'm surprised I don't have more air energy in my chart, but I don't, sadly. I wish I had more air energy, because air signs, I think, are just so cool and so fun to be around. They're just so unique. And literally, guys, as I'm talking about the air sign, we literally have the Fool card coming through, and that just makes me think about the Fool card in tarot. And the Fool card actually does represent a bit of that Aquarius energy. And so again, I mean, that Aquarius sign is part of the air signs in general. So your person could definitely be an air sign. And picking up on that Aquarius energy, Aquarius people are very, very unique, and they are very different, and they take pride in being different. They take pride in being a bit weird. And so I feel like your person is somebody who, they may like to go out of their way to be a little weird, which I think is kind of silly. I feel like they just like to do things and act in a certain way that is off the beaten trail or off the beaten path. They like to be weird. They take pride in it. And I think that that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting to see. Let's go ahead and get some final cards right here. Wow. I love your cards that are coming through, guys. I think this is really, really lovely to see. Let's get maybe... Ooh! Okay, guys, that one definitely came through. Let's see. I think I want to get one more, perhaps, if Spirit allows it. Okay, two. Ah! Okay, three more. Three more cards came out. Okay. Alright, guys. So, let's talk about the little cards first. We have so many of these little cards coming through. It's incredible. So, first of all, guys, these are called my Who, What, Where cards. And this is basically going to be describing this person and also describing how you might know them and what they might be like, right? So, let's talk about these cards, shall we? So, it says, has been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. So they could have been hurt by a loved one in the past. They could have been hurt by a lover. So they could have been hurt in love before. They could have been hurt by their friends. They could have been betrayed. Maybe that is another reason why they have a hard time really opening up. That could be a reason why they are so quiet, why they operate by themselves, because they have been hurt before. Maybe that causes them to kind of have some trust issues, okay? We also has lost a loved one within the last year. So for some of you guys, maybe this extreme hurt by a loved one is coming from the fact that they could have lost said loved one, okay? But this could also talk about how they could have lost a lover, right? They could have had somebody who they were in a relationship with leave them or betray them, right? We also have hums often, so they could like to hum, which is really cute to see. It says, has lived in more than one country. So guys, just take this as it resonates. This is a very general reading, but by chance they could have lived in more than one country. Maybe because this person has such a curiosity about the world around them and about learning as much as possible. They could have traveled abroad for some time while they were in college or for some other reason. Maybe this could even talk about how maybe they've just vacationed a lot in different parts of the world, right? And then we have has blue eyes, so they could definitely have blue or colored eyes. It says right here, has a unique smile. So maybe they have braces. Maybe they have a gap between their teeth, which I think is so cute. Or maybe like me, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually have a chip in my tooth. I chipped it whenever I was doing something really dumb. I was trying to take a staple out of something. Guys, don't ask me what I was thinking. I don't know. I was dumb. Okay, but yeah, so I have a chipped tooth because of it. So maybe your person has done something like that. Maybe they did something silly, like trying to take a staple out and they chipped their tooth. And then it has a noticeable facial feature. So honestly, guys, that unique smile could be their noticeable facial feature. Or maybe they have like a mole, or maybe they have a birthmark or something like that, right? And then talking about these other cards, again, we have the Fool coming through. And I like seeing this because it says fearlessly revealing emotion and helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And so, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of seeing the opposite of this, actually. I think that this person, I think that they wear a mask in front of other people, and I think that the mask that they wear is the mask of having a very cool and calm exterior. I think that this person acts like they are very confident at being by themselves, at being alone, but I do think that this person does seek companionship. I think that they do want to have more friends. They want to be more open. They want to communicate with more people, but they just don't even know where to start. They don't even know where to begin. And so I do think that this person wants to broaden themselves and broaden their friend groups, but they are just afraid that they won't belong, that people will look at them and see them for all their weirdness and not want to be friends with them, right? So that is definitely coming through. I do think that your person just acts like they are just very unaffected by things. They kind of give people the cold shoulder, but in reality, they feel things a lot. They are very emotional. They just don't know how to express those emotions. They don't know how to express their feelings and what they are thinking. And so I do think that the reason why this person is still a secret admirer, the reason why they are admiring you from afar is because they don't even know how to bridge that gap between you. They don't even know what to say because they have a hard time talking and relating to others, right? They are very socially awkward, so just give them some time. Or if you know who I'm talking about right now, go up to them and start talking to them, because I do think that this person, once again, once they start to feel comfortable around you, once you break their shell, like that is it, you're in, and you will really see a whole other side of them that you never even realized existed, that is just waiting to be discovered under that mask of calmness that they wear in front of other people. We have Child Magical coming through, and it says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So I think going back to this Fool card and talking about the Fool in Tarot, the Fool in Tarot is somebody who is like an eternal optimist. This is somebody who is able to see the potential in everything, and they are excited about new beginnings and about starting something new because they are excited about going on that journey. And so I think that your person, this is somebody who they have a lot of optimism about themselves, about the future. This is somebody who is very positive about what is awaiting them. And I think that this is somebody who starts things with so much excitement. They love doing something new because they are excited about going on that adventure. And I do think that at the end of the day, this is also somebody who sees the love and the beauty in other people. And I think that whenever they talk to their friends and family members, they really lift them up and help them see a side of themselves that was previously like locked and in the shadows. I think that they help their family members, their friends, see just how incredible they are, how beautiful they are, and I think that that is absolutely incredible. We also have the Soul coming through with Emily Dickinson, and I think that this is just talking about how your person has such a pure soul. They are so beautiful within the inside. You just have to give them the chance to grow and to open up and to show you that soul, right? And then we have the Jamaica Kincaid coming through with history. And if you look at this lady, she just looks like so cute. She really is like interested in this egg, and she's like looking at it and probably trying to figure out like what the history of this egg is. And I really feel like that is like your person in a nutshell. They are so curious about the world and about everything around them. They love to learn as much as possible, and I really think that this person is just somebody who will endlessly want to know more about themselves, about the world, about the past, about the future. I think that this is somebody who will always want to go back to school. They will always want to go to workshops. They will always want to do things where they can put themselves in a position of learning new things. And I think that that is just so beautiful to see. So I am getting kind of a nerdier energy from them, and I do think that once you get to know this person, they do have like a nerdy vibe to them. But I think that it's so cute. I think that they are just adorable, honestly. Like, they're kind of like the boy next door, and I think that they're very, very quirky. I think they could have a very unique style, because if you look at this woman, like, she's wearing that like little like hat. It kind of looks like a flower hat, or is that the right word? It looks like it's like a woven hat. I think that's what I was looking for. And she's wearing like a tie, and her shirt has like an interesting little pattern on it. So I just think that your person could definitely have a very quirky style as well. I think that they dress different than everybody else, and I think that they rock it, honestly. I think that they make it look good, because I'm looking at this lady and she looks a little different, but she looks so cute. And so I think that your person rocks those differences, and I love that for you. So let's talk about how you might meet this person, or how, for most of you guys, I think you've already met this person, so this will just give you some extra tips and hints as to who this person is. So for group 3, how did they meet their person, or how are they meeting their person? Because guys, for some of you guys, let's be honest, this could be somebody who is stalking you online, who's looking at your social media. Maybe they haven't actually met you in person, or if they have, maybe they haven't actually like gone up to you and had a full-on conversation with you, so they've only seen you from afar, right? But let's see what else wants to come through. So can we get some initials for group 3? I think I want to get one more. Perfect. Okay, dokie. Now let's, last but not least, check out what they might look like, their physical traits. So Spirit, can we get some messages, please? Spirit, can we get some messages, please? What will they look like, Spirit? Can we get some physical traits? I think I want one more. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So let's put this right here. Let's gather this all up right here. Okay, so talking about your person's initials, we have G coming through. We also have R and Z and T and S. Okay, so obviously, guys, this could be representing your person's first, middle, or last initial. Just looking at the G and the R and the T, it is making me think of the name Greta. So maybe for some of you guys, this person's name could be Greta. It doesn't have to be. That's also making me think of Greta Thunberg. And Greta Thunberg, if you haven't heard of her, she is a child. I think she grew up in Sweden, or somewhere in that area, but she is, maybe it was Switzerland, I don't know, somewhere over there, but she is known for being a child climate activist, and she actually became famous for the way that she was just being such a strong and resolute activist. And she actually, I think, got an award, what did they call that award for a peace? I think she got a national peace something, a Nobel Prize? I don't know. Something like that. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't remember. But basically, she got a really, really high honor for the fact that she cared so much about the planet, for the fact that she had such a strong passion while she was so young. And again, I think that your person is somebody who, they care about the people in the world around them. I think that this is somebody who could be a very big activist about something. So maybe your person has a really strong passion for animals. Maybe they want to save the animals and protect animals. Or maybe this is somebody who has a strong passion for, again, the climate. Maybe they are very big about fighting for the climate. This could be somebody who is really big about abortion rights, or even, flip it, they could be really big about protecting the child within the womb, right? So there's different things, right? I feel like your person has something very unique that they want to support. There's a cause that they care a lot about. And I really think that this person stands out in the way that they stand up so much for whatever cause they believe in. And I think that they have been noticed for this love, for this passion, and I think that that is really, really incredible to see. But let's talk about these other cards here. So we do have Monday coming through. So you could have met this person on a Monday. We have 23. You could have met them on the 23rd of whatever month, or your person could actually be 23, or maybe you are 23. Just take it as it resonates. We also have stepping outside of comfort zone. So that's really interesting. So you could have met this person whenever they stepped out of their comfort zone. Maybe they've actually come up to you and approached you and said hi. And I think if they have, like, said hi to you, I do think that they were very, very shy. So definitely think of somebody who has talked to you recently or as of late who seemed really, really nervous to talk to you, who seemed kind of shy, a little quiet. That could definitely be this person. But this could also be talking about how maybe your person was stepping outside of their comfort zone by doing something that they don't normally do. Maybe they went to a party and that's where they met you. Maybe they went out to eat with their business partners and they ended up seeing you while they were there, right? But yeah, just definitely think of something like that, and maybe you'll, think of your person by chance. So let's talk about how they look. It says not traditionally pretty. Okay, so guys, this person may not be your run-of-the-mill gorgeous supermodel that walks down the street. Again, I think they are very quirky. They're very unique, and they just may not be your traditional sexy Scarlett Johansson, but I think that whatever it is that they are, they rock it, right? I think that they are just so cute, so sweet, and they are just such a beautiful, amazing person. And so I think that there is this energy here where even though they are a bit nervous about meeting new people, they do have a bit of insecurities. I think that they do have like a very strong sense of confidence. Even if they don't feel it 100%, I think that they emanate it to other people, and they do seem like somebody who is very confident. And because they have that confidence that people pick up on, it instantly makes them like so much more attractive. So I think that that's really, really cool. So let's just say they could be like a 6 or a 7, but it's like they walk like they're a 10, or they act like they're a 10. You know what I mean? So that just makes them even more attractive. It makes them like a 10 because they act like it. They act like it. But anyways, guys, we also have green eyes coming through, so they could have green eyes. We have Team Spike. Ooh, yes, I love Spike. So I'm actually talking about Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he is actually somebody who he has a very unique way of dressing as well. He has a unique look. He likes to wear a lot of leather. Like, he wears like this big long leather jacket, and it's so hot on him. He also wears like these black leather boots too, and he has his hair dyed platinum, and so it's a very, very unique look. It's very quirky, and it makes him stand out. And so again, I think that your person has something very bold about them, either in the way that they dress, in the way that they fix their hair, maybe again in the way that they smile, but there's definitely something very unique about them, and it's like their token thing, right? They are known for the way they dress, for the way they look. Very cool to see. We also have straight hair coming through, so they could be somebody who likes to straighten their hair. And then last but not least, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I can't really read my own writing that well. It says something feisty. I don't know what else it says. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, I mean, guys, I just think that feistiness could be representing their confidence. They just come off as somebody who, they act like they're the whole package, and therefore they are the whole package. And I just think that that is so awesome to see. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you did, please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, friends. Mwah! Bye, guys.